everyone, my name is Dr. Lynn Carey, and I'm back with you tonight to talk about what I think is so important is owning your own life. So I know that all of us have the power within. Everything that we need in our life comes from within. And we were not taught any of that throughout our life by society, by schooling, by most of our parents. We weren't taught that whatever we have, it comes from within. The power is within, and we have the power to change our lives. And so I want to talk about 3 key areas that most of us are feeling controlled by, right? Our health, our finances, and inner peace, which that even comes first, I believe, before you even get into other people and relationships. Your inner peace and your own inner guidance should come before what anybody else says. That's first and foremost. To own your own life, you need a clear mindset. You need to know that you have guidance within, that little tiny voice within that guides you. Usually it's through inspiration. It could be like a warning, but once you learn to acknowledge when you're happy and when something excites you and when it's fun and when you're being guided to something, when you pay attention to that more and more, it becomes louder and louder, and it's usually never wrong, right? We just have to get in tune with following it. And the next is just our mindset. Let's pay attention to the thoughts we think. Do you live in poverty consciousness, or you live in abundance? I talk to a lot of people, and when I hear they say, "Oh, I can't afford that," I know right away they're in poverty consciousness. Whereas if you were in abundance consciousness, you would say, "Well, how can I afford that if I really wanted it?" And I think you're in alignment if you really want something. You could go on crazy shopping sprees and buy stuff you don't need, or you're really inspired to do something, buy something, or do something. And if you think you can't afford it, that's poverty consciousness. But if you're in abundance consciousness, you think, how can I afford this? What can I do differently in my life to make myself afford this? That's how I think now. I used to think, oh, I can't afford this, and block myself. Now it's like, do I want to have that experience? How can I afford this? So it's mindset, where fear isn't rampant every day, but abundance is, and excitement, and it's like inspiration and interests, and you're following your passions, and you're meeting new people who inspire you, not drag you down. All of that is part of inner peace. Being able to sit with yourself, knowing you're doing the best you can every day, right? And knowing that there is something greater for you and you're following it, and you're okay where you're at, but you're being honest with yourself. That's inner peace. Next is health. If you're ridden with symptoms, headaches, achiness, low energy, fatigue, it's your body's way of telling you, once in a while it's okay, but if that's becoming a chronic pattern, it's your body telling you, maybe it's time to change some lifestyle habits. Our gut should be healthy. Our liver, our kidneys, our skin, all these things are detoxifying organs. And if they're overloaded, eventually a toxic buildup happens inside, and you get all these symptoms, whether it's weight gain, allergies, headaches, achiness, all these autoimmune diseases are all coming from too many toxins in your body. And that's the number one thing, is just getting rid of toxins in your body, and what you put on your body, what you put on your skin, what you put in what you're ingesting. Too much medication causes problems too. Going back to mind health. If you're depressed and you're taking an antidepressant, do you know that there are many of the antidepressants now that they're subscribing are being linked to Alzheimer's? So you can cover up a symptom with a medication, but you're not getting to the root of the problem. And a lot of times you're sick because you're unhappy with your life. That will make you sick. So you have to look at both areas. You have to look at what you're putting on your skin, what you're eating, how you're thinking every day, thoughts you're thinking. You have to have hope and a plan. And then let's get back to finances. Now, if you're stuck at a job to pay your bills and that's it, it's not good. A job will keep you just over broke. You need a plan B. Even if you love your job, that's awesome. But how about if you just do it because you love it and you have multiple streams of income coming in? So if you want to take time off, you're still getting paid. That's financial freedom. Yes, you start having income coming in that pays all of your basic needs and your lifestyle choices. And then you don't have to worry about money again. But we're not taught that in school, right? That's such a disempowering thing, but we're disempowered, I think, in school. We're not empowered. We're taught to be employees, and employees are never free because you're trading time for money. You have to learn to become a business owner, an investor, and not just invest and save and invest for the long term and somebody else is doing it for you. No, you need to be responsible for your income flow. You need to have residual incomes, right? Residual income that pays you whether you work or not. And then you learn how the economy works, and not Keynesian economics that they're teaching in school, but true economics, understanding the market. Maybe follow Austrian economics, like educating yourself on what is a good investment and what's happening in the market right now, and not following just the propaganda, but really understanding what's going on. That's the time, that's what you need to be doing with yourself. That's the stuff that you have to take control of. Because if you can't pay your bills, or if you're just paying your bills, but if you're stressed about a car repair or taking a vacation or taking time off to do something you love, to travel or to take care of a sick parent or something like that, or a sick child, and you can't take the time off and still be financially set, you have a problem. Eventually that's going to come out in mental stress, no inner peace, or it's going to come out as disease in your health. So that's all those things are interconnected. And when people don't acknowledge that your wealth affects your health affects your wealth, your inner peace affects your health affects your inner peace affects your wealth, and all of those things are so interconnected. And if you don't have that as a foundation in life, and all of those things flowing and understanding the flow in your own life, you'll never be free. You'll never own your life, those things. And this is why I do Arbonne. I do Arbonne because I can help people have healthy living, take control of their health, get a clean gut, liver, kidneys, skin, really own their health by detoxing and learning how to properly feed themselves and take care of themselves. I can help people build wealth. It's residual income that they can then take to learn how to invest properly. They create time freedom to really take care of their health and their wealth and educate themselves. And number one is they become the best person they can be. You change your fear mindset to abundance mindset. You learn to be more confident. You learn to listen. You learn to be a better communicator. And you learn to really own your life, because what you learn in building an Arbonne business ripples over into the rest of your life. Every area of your life, you become a better person, a better human being. You really you serve others, and not just giving charity. I don't like the giving charity stuff. It doesn't usually work. People need to become empowered to be financially free first. If you're financially free first, where money's coming in and all your bills are paid, whether you work or not, and you own your health and you have inner peace and all those things are happening, then then great, you can help someone else up. But the other person needs the same thing. And that's what Arbonne does. It's an equal playing field for someone to empower themselves and own their life. That's the only way we uplift each other. So if you would like more information on anything that I spoke about today, please leave a comment in the section below, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.